Okay. And we are live. What's good, YouTube? It is your boy. It's your boy. Um, so today is a very chill stream to the zero of you, the zero concurrent viewers. It's gonna be a smooth day, smooth stream. I just got off of work. Um, Smooth 7-hour shift today. Got there at 8:30. Worked with 2 kids. Left at around 3:10. Yeah, it was a good day with both my kids. They were in a really good mood today. One of them surprised me. Usually he's not in the best mood in the morning, but today he was great. So that's great for me. Less drainage, from my body. Less drained. So yeah, it was a good day. Second kid, he was in a good mood, but he was super energetic. He was very energetic. He was moving all over the place, running all over the place, and didn't really want to sit down and do any work for, too long of a period of time. So it was a little bit harder, but I love that kid. He's the cutest thing in the world. So it's worth it. It's worth the effort that it took to get him to sit down and do some work. Tomorrow, we go and see maybe my favorite. I can't tell. And I can't decide between him or the kid that I was supposed to see this morning that I typically see on Tuesdays and Thursdays in the morning. I can't decide between the two on who's my favorite. But the kid I'm seeing tomorrow morning is really cool. He's awesome. He loves hugs. He loves to be picked up. He's 4, and that's my guy. And the kid I'm working with in the afternoon is the same kid that I worked with this morning. I usually see him Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays in the afternoon. And today was a little different. Tomorrow won't be. I'll be seeing him tomorrow in the afternoon. So, yeah, that is what we got planned for the day. That's how my day went. That's how tomorrow is going to go. Tomorrow's Friday, weekend. Ooh, 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 ooh. Tell me in the comments, since there's still nobody here. Tell me in the comments, if anyone watches this, what your favorite day of the week is. My favorite day of the week is it used to be Friday, obviously. When you're in school, it's Friday. Because it's the weekend. You get a little break off school. And it's kind of the same thing for, the real world. In the real world, for adults, Fridays are pretty great because typically you get Saturday and Sunday off. Is that even true for most jobs? Like, obviously teachers will get the weekends off. I get the weekend off. And if the store is not open on the weekends, then yeah, obviously, or the services aren't open on the weekends, then yeah. But how many businesses is that actually? Like, I bet there's a lot more businesses that are open on the weekends than are closed. Anyways, I get the weekend off. I have one of those jobs where I get the weekends off, which is great. The job I had before this, which was the same field, same position. What's that sound? Strange. I'm too lazy to go check it out. But I'll keep one thing off. Yeah. Last job I had, same position, same field, working as an RBT, but in home instead of in the center, which is where I'm at now. And I remember having to work on the weekends with that job. And then I had a job where I worked at a warehouse where I worked the weekend shift. Like 12, no, 12. It was like 6 to 6 weekend shift. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 6 to 6. And then I had a second job at that time, working at a car wash during the week. Make a little extra bread, you know what I'm saying? So I guess, yeah, I have worked weekends, but I'm very happy now to have this job to, that gives me a break on the weekend. Because I think it's really important for me. At least I don't want to work every single day of my life. Now I just got to think about what I'm going to do this weekend. Usually I don't do anything. Usually I just stay at home. I'll chill. I'll watch some UFC events if they're on, which there hasn't been for like the last month. And there still won't be for at least another, I think, it's 2 weeks. God, that's so depressing. No UFC for 2 more weeks. At least when it comes back, it's coming back with a bang. You know, that first card, that first Paramount card, it looks good. I'm not going to lie. Even though it is a really stupid card. And it really makes, well, not the card. The whole card isn't stupid, but the main event. This right here is pretty fucking stupid. Let me keep that up, and it will come through rankings. Right, we'll go to lightweight. Right. Okay, so we have Justin Gaethje, who in his last 4 fights is I'm pretty sure he's 2-2. In his last 4 fights. He fought Fiziev in his last fight, beat him. Max before that, got knocked the fuck out. Who did he fight before that? Did he get he didn't get a chance at the belt. Who did he fight before Max? I know he fought Dustin in one of those 4 fights, those last 4 fights, but I don't remember if it was before Max or if it was before the fight before Max. Well, damn it. Now I gotta see. Now we gotta go see. Justin. Oh, shit. That's not Justin. God damn it. Whatever. Come up. Here we go. That's a great record. 26-5, 20 of his 26 wins being knockouts is absolutely ridiculous. All his losses, he got finished. 21 of his 26 wins, he finished. I mean, this guy, you know his nickname. It says it right here. That is his nickname for a reason. Oh, okay, so. Oh. So Dustin was the fight before that. Or before Max. Okay, so I was wrong. He's 3-1 in his last 4 fights. Well, 2-1 in his last 3. I just don't think you, for one, you should get a title fight after, being on a 1-fight win streak, especially when the guy is Rafael Fiziev, who is, let's be honest, he's pretty insignificant right now in the lightweight division. What's he even ranked? Rafael is number 9. I'm pretty sure he was a little bit below that when he fought Justin. So, I mean, a 1-fight win streak off of the number 9 guy in the division who came in on short notice. And you couldn't even get a finish. And he looked, Justin, I don't remember if it was round 1 or round 2, but he looked like he was about to get finished. Rafael Fiziev had him almost had him in an inverted triangle and was just hammering and elbowing the fuck out of his body. I was a little nervous for Justin in that moment. If you guys remember that moment, if you recall that moment, I was nervous for him. But he came out on top. Does that mean he deserves a title shot, though? Especially after he bitched about fucking deserving a title shot. They owe me, or I'm gonna retire. Oh, fucking hell. That turned me off so bad. He doesn't deserve it. He simply doesn't deserve it. And, I mean, then you talk about his opponent. Come on, guys. What are we fucking talking about right now? What are we fucking talking about right now? I mean, come on. No hate. I love Paddy. Who doesn't? He's great. No hate. What is this fucking record, bro? I mean, the record is fine. The record's great. But what is this strength of schedule? Obviously, these aren't, UFC guys. But you go look at some other, you go look at, who's a good example? Kevin Holland I'm pretty sure he fought Jeff Neal outside of the UFC. Big names, and there's plenty of other examples like that. People who fought big names outside of the UFC before they got here. And maybe I'm David Martinez, okay. Oh, but no, this is David. It's not David. It's not the kid that just, is making waves in the UFC right now. This kid hasn't fought since 2021 since he lost to Paddy. So, not that guy. I mean, maybe I'm a casual to an extent, but who in the fuck, let's go up a little bit. Jordan Levitt, I know this guy, but I mean, 12-3, it's actually, it's not a bad record at all. He's a submission artist, looks like. 7 subs out of his 12 wins, only 2 knockouts. Hey, but he got subbed by Chase Hooper, and Chase Hooper is a fucking demon for sure. But can't say he's all that great when you're getting subbed by Chase Hooper, So I know him, but he's not significant in the UFC. He's not a significant person in the UFC. Jared Gordon was significant, no longer. Tony Ferguson was a huge name. By the time he fought him, Tony Ferguson was a fucking shell of himself. Do I even have to say anything about this? What? Who the fuck Obviously, I know who King Green is. But, like, bro. That's nothing. That's literally nothing. No one fucking cares about King Green. He is not he wasn't a significant fighter either. And dude, what is up with this schedule? He fucking hardly fights. Once in 2023, once in 2024, once in 2025. For the past 3 years, he's been fighting once a year because he gets so fucking fat between fights. What happened to this Patty? What happened to this Patty? 3 in 2022 in the UFC. Started getting some hype and said, yeah, I'm gonna slow it down. I'm gonna be safe. I'm gonna be smart. You could call it smart. You could call it safe. You could call it pussy. You could call it whatever you want. Bro, I mean, come on. December 10th, 2022, his next fight was December 16th, 2023. More than a year. For what? Why are you sitting out? You want the belt? You're just going to fucking hold up the division. And then, obviously, Michael Chandler, way past his prime. Michael Chandler came into the UFC way past his prime. So, you know, in my eyes, that is also very, very insignificant. No one fucking cares. Doesn't matter. Then we go look at the rankings. Lightweight rankings. Champ Ilya. Number 1 contender Arman. Charles. Max. Number 4 and number 5. We got number 4 and number 5 fighting for the UFC Lightweight Interim Championship of the world. Paddy Pimblett fighting for the championship after not fighting in more than half of a year. I think, I don't know. I don't really care. And the last time he fought was against fucking Michael Chandler. It was a great fight. I give him that. He fucking mauled his ass. For sure. Michael Chandler still has that. You can still clearly see that scar that Paddy gave him. But it was Michael Chandler at like 40 years old, and he is way past his prime. Like, come on. That matters. You can't just look at the name, Michael Chandler and Tony Ferguson, and be like, oh yeah, that guy's legit because he beat Michael Chandler and Tony Ferguson. It was way past their time, especially Tony Ferguson. I hated watching that fight. It was really hard to watch. And he couldn't even finish Tony Ferguson. And Tony had his moments too. And sure, now Tony is doing his thing in boxing, you know. I think he's 2-0 in boxing, in fucking influencer boxing, Misfits. Like it's Salt Poppy and that guy that fucking lost in 6 seconds to Dylan Dennis. Are we serious? That guy is done. Paddy beat a retired Tony Ferguson. That's not shit. Number 4 and 5 fighting for the interim championship is ridiculous, and it makes absolutely no sense at all. I mean, obviously, the number 1 contender, Arman Tsarukyan, deserves to be in one of those spots. But if you want to punish him, Dana, you want to punish him or whatever for the last January incident. I think it was January. That's fine. Even though he just mauled the fuck out of Dan Hooker and you said that fight was the number 1 contender fight, that's fine. Punish him, make him fight one more time before he gets the belt. Who gives a fuck? But, I mean, you got these 2 guys. Sure, Charles is also coming off of a 1-fight win streak. Yeah, that's something that you have to consider for sure. But if they gave it to Justin, fucking give it to the, I think is more of a legend in the UFC than Justin. Charles do Bronx Oliveira. Someone who's far more beloved. No offense to Justin. Justin's great. People love Justin, but come on. He's not touching Charles do Bronx Oliveira when it comes to stardom and just, MMA community love. And then you got Max, who is also coming off of a one fight win streak. So, these two are in the same predicament as Justin, but they're ranked higher than him. Yeah, they both just Max didn't finish his last opponent. Charles finished his last opponent. Max had a great fight with Dustin. You could have made this right here the interim championship fight and the BMF fight. That would have been a banger way to start the Paramount era. I mean, that would have been the way to go. But no, we're gonna give it to number fucking 4 and number fucking 5 in the division. And we all know if Justin beats Patty, he's not fucking getting the shot. He's not getting the title shot against Ilya. Dana even came out and said, I don't know if it was today, I just saw it today on X, though. He came out and he said that, everyone wants to see the winner of the Justin and Patty fight Ilya. And then right after that, he said, so we'll see how the rest of the year plays out. Dude, I don't even understand this fucking company, this sport anymore. To be frank, I don't get it. I don't get it. I mean, if you're going to have these two fight for the interim championship, you're going to have an interim champion. Isn't, what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, it's a word for like how things go, kind of like process. Isn't maybe like kind of like drill. Fuck, I'm blanking. I hate when this shit happens. God damn it. Whatever. Everyone knows that when you have an interim champion, the thing that the UFC always does, because I can't fucking think of the word that I'm looking for. But, the drill or whatever that the UFC always follows. Man, I want that word so bad. I want that word. Whatever. The drill is that the interim champion always fights. Is supposed to fight the undisputed champion to unify the belts. You can't just have an interim champion and an undisputed champion. And you can't just have an interim championship fight and then just when Ilya comes back, if he ever comes back, let's say Justin wins the fight, you can't just fucking make him vacate and say, well, yeah, that was just for then. Ilya's back now and he is the champion. You can't do that shit. You can't just fucking... Obviously, Dana can do whatever the fuck he wants. Dana and the matchmakers, but, you gotta think about us. You gotta think about how we feel about these fights, how we feel about these matchups, how we feel about what the fuck's going on. Yeah, they got that fuck you Paramount money, and now they're just doing whatever the fuck they want. It's bullshit. But yeah, I mean, Dana saying that kind of confirms to me, or for me, that if Justin wins this fight, he's not going to be fighting Ilya. What does that fight do for anybody? Think of that fight. Let's sit here and ponder. Justin Gaethje. Justin the Highlight Gaethje. Going up against Ilya El Matador Topuria. Justin the Highlight Gaethje UFC interim lightweight champion of the world, taking on Ilia El Matador Topuria, the current UFC undisputed lightweight champion of the world. Obviously, it's a fun fight, but it does absolutely nothing for me. You know what I mean? Like, it's like Michael Morales versus Jack Della, you know, or fucking yeah. Honestly, it's not really like Yuri versus Carlos, because that's gonna be a fun one. But it's just, you know, it's a fun fight. It just does nothing for me. Who gives a fuck about that fight? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no story. Justin is also past his prime. He was already talking about retiring if he didn't get the title. So you know he's going to retire when he gets it. If he gets it. He's retiring in the next 3 fights. Within the next 3 fights. So who fucking cares if he fights Ilia? Now, if his opponent, Mr. Paddington Pimblett, Paddy the Batty, what's Paddy's full name? There's no way his name is Paddy. There's no way Paddy's name is Paddy. What's his actual name? Patrick. Okay. Patrick Mark Pimblett. Why is it Paddy, not Patty? I mean, Paddy the Batty. So, if his opponent Patrick wins, Patrick Pimblett wins, they're gonna make that fight. Obviously, we all know that. You know, if Patrick wins, they're gonna make that fight because of the build up, because of the history between the two. And that fight does a little something for me. It does a little something for me. It does more for me than the Justin Gaethje fight, for sure. It does a little something for me. But I still don't want to see it right now. I want Paddy to really earn it. And he's not going to really earn it in my eyes going through Justin. He needs to go through Charles. He needs to go through Arman. If you wanted to make an interim title fight, I wouldn't have mind seeing Arman Tsarukyan, Mr. Arman, taking on Patrick. That's a fight. That's a hell of a fight right there. And Justin, man, just fuck him. Let him retire. I would have just let his ass retire. Fuck you, Justin. Like, you're gonna fucking threaten your retirement. You should have let him retire. Put Paddy at number 4. And have Arman and Paddy fight for the interim belt. Because if Paddy could get through Arman, then he earns it, for sure. If Paddy can get through Arman, he deserves that fight. He deserves that belt. He deserves a shot, at least, at that belt. Arman is already deserving of a shot. So, he deserves the shot, for sure. Anyways, yeah, like I said, if Paddy wins, him versus Ilia, they're going to make that fight for sure, because they see that money bag. And that fight does a little something for me, but I don't see Paddy fucking with Ilia. I don't think anyone sees that shit. We all know that the only person in this division right now that can fuck with Ilia, that can give him a little bit of a ooh, you know, give him a little scare in the octagon, the only guy is Arman Tsarukyan. He's the guy. We all know that. He's been the guy for a really long time. So let's fucking get him in there, guys. Let's get him in there. Come on. Let's take a look at the rest of this card. How much are tickets? How much are tickets to this fucker? You didn't know my fucking location, you fucking asshole. Always reject cookies, guys. Fuck them. Fuck cookies. Speaking of cookies. Dude, speaking of cookies. What? Oh. Oh. What the fuck? Okay, so let's see what, like, one of these. Oh! Wait. What is. Oh! 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 What the fuck? Who's paying for these? Ah, fuck off, you son of a bitch. 1,000. Dude, who's paying for these seats? $500 to barely even be able to see a fucking thing? To see two blurs in there fucking bumping into each other? Fuck off. 500 for all of these outside seats. The lowest, oh, you got 439 right here. I bet it's this one. All the way at the fucking back, bro. Wow. 470. And you know which one it is. Oh, this is 476. Dude. So they were fucking lying. It's not even 470. Oh, there we go. Okay. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Crazy. 476. We got 376 right here. These must be some shitty seats. But why is it 690? A few seats down. 376 right here. Dude, these prices for these seats are crazy, man. And then you go down a little bit, we're getting in the thousands, baby. Oily, the 2000s. This is a pretty good spot to be, though. Oily. Like, bro. That goes from 2000, too. That means... that motherfucker, 3,000. Crazy, bro. And then go to floor. That's not even fucking... come on, bro. Come on, bro. You know, these seats up here, 5 fucking thousand. Holy. Sorry, just went off. We went off a little bit. I want to see how much the floor E and A. You're sitting right next to Dana with floor A. That's dope. Okay. Let's check out the card. Okay. Justin Gaethje versus Paddy the Baddy Pimblett. Reject, reject, always reject them. Fuck the cookies. Speaking of cookies, I remember that was one I wanted to say this. Speaking of cookies, guys, tell me why. I'm at work today, and I don't know how, but the conversation, you know, because I'm talking to my coworkers, we're talking about the kids, we're talking about whatever, and the conversation transitions to the gym, gym talk. And I'm gonna give you a little context here. Okay, most of the people that I work with are obese. Not even just fat or overweight. Obese. They're obese. They're really, really big. Big. Some big bitches. Like, for real. Not even kidding. tell me why we're talking about the gym, right? And we're talking about how often we go. We're talking about like what we do in there, how long we're in there for. And I tell them, a good day for me, like Monday, like a pull day, a push day, when I'm doing chest, shoulders, and triceps, which is a great day, for me. Working 3 different muscle groups, you're going hard. It's a good day. So on a day like that, I tell them I'm in there for like an hour and a half to 2 hours. Because you take into account you take into account a little bit of cardio, 15 minutes of cardio in the beginning to get a little warm up in, and you take into account, like breaks in between sets, small breaks in between sets, and I also I put in my recovery time into that whole time frame, time spent on the hydro bed or on the massage chairs, on the or in the like red light therapy chamber, wellness pod. I'll spend like 10 to 20 to 30 minutes in there. So my actual workout is typically about like an hour 15, an hour and a half long. Tell me why I'm telling these big bitches my routine, how long I stay in there, and they're like, oh, you go to the gym for you eating a cookie and shit. You go to the gym for 2 hours? You only need 45 minutes. You should only be in there for 45 minutes max. I'll just stand really quick. Right. I'm not the most fit guy in the world, you know what I'm saying? I'm not like super fit. I'm not. You know what I'm saying? I'll show you a little bit of arms. Let me show you a little bit of arms. You know what I'm saying? A little bit of, make it. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not Bradley Martin over here. Damn. You can tell my right is a lot. This is my right. It's a lot bigger than my left. That's fucked up, man. Wait, hold on. Yeah, that's really fucked. Shit. Anyways, there's no reason. There's no reason in particular why it's like that. By the way. Anyways, they're telling me like, oh my God, you should only be in there for 45 minutes max. You don't want to overdo it. You don't want to. And because I'm respectful. And, I'm nice. So I'm telling them like, yeah, like, yeah, I get it. Sure, yeah, that makes sense. You don't want to push too hard. Maybe I should give that a shot. I'm saying all this bullshit. I'm lying straight to their fucking face. Straight to their fucking face. Straight through my fucking teeth. I'm lying. And in my head, the whole time, I'm thinking. So I spend like an hour and a half, 2 hours in the gym. And I look pretty good. I'm pretty fit. I'm not where I want to be, but I'm fit. I'm healthy, at least. You spend 45 minutes in the gym. And I bet I'm not going to lie about it. I'm sorry. She's fucking capping. She doesn't go to the fucking gym. How do you look like that? Nah, let me stop. Let me stop. Because it just pissed me off a little bit, Like, you got to know your place. So I'm thinking in my head while, while I'm bullshitting her, telling her, yeah, it's a good idea. But in my head, I'm like, yeah, it's a good idea if I want to look like you, bitch. If I want to look like you fat ass. Sorry, I don't know. Oh yeah, I rejected the cookies, started thinking about actual cookies, and then started thinking about that fat bitch that tried to tell me how I should go to the fucking gym. I was reading a book not too long ago called, fuck. It was by, I think it was by the same guy that wrote Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Robert something, Kowitsky or whatever, Robert something. It was Quadrants of Cash Flow. Yes. I'm pretty sure that was what it was. Or Cash Flow Quadrants. Yeah. This was it. Cash Flow Quadrant. Yeah, by the same guy, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Robert Kiyosaki. Kawasaki. Yeah, so I was reading this, right? And in this book, versus advisor. In this book, there's a concept of being a mentor versus being an advisor, right? And I don't want you guys to see that just yet, but before we go look at what the Mr. Robert has to say about being a mentor versus being an advisor, or finding a mentor versus finding an advisor, I want you guys to take a little time, think to yourself, what do you think the main difference is between a mentor and an advisor? You can pause the video if you want and put it in the comments. Really appreciate that. But what is the difference in your perspective? A little time. If anyone's in chat, let me know what you think. No one is in chat. Wait, is it? Okay, nice. Okay, so yeah. Let me know what you guys think. Reject all the fucking cookies. Don't want to be like the bitch. Okay, now let's go look. So, in the context of entrepreneurship and personal development, the roles of mentors, advisors, and coaches are often discussed. Mentors are typically founders or operators a few steps ahead of you, offering guidance and support based on their own experience, while advisors are subject matter experts in specific domains, providing tactical solutions within their expertise. Coaches, it doesn't really matter. Okay, so the thing about this description that is left out of this description but included in the book is that an advisor isn't always an expert. An advisor doesn't always have to be an expert. If it's anybody who's telling you how to do something basically without actually having any experience having done that thing themselves, right? They can be an expert, like this is saying, like I can be an expert on economics, on the economy, and you can come to me for advice. I can advise, the whoever on economics. I can advise the presidential cabinet on the national economics, but that doesn't mean I have to be an economist. You know what I mean? I can just be really well known in economics, or I can even be completely ignorant to the principles and the just the principles of economics as a whole, and still give advice without having known anything or done anything, or I don't know shit, and I can still go out there and give advice, and that would still make me an advisor. And yeah, so to kind of connect this back to the gym shit, that woman was being an advisor to me without the expertise. She's trying to tell me how I need to work out, how I need to go to the gym. Me being, I'm not like a fucking elite athlete, but I've been an athlete my whole life. Played basketball literally my entire life at a pretty high level in AAU, all through high school, varsity for 3 years. And then I continued that healthy lifestyle after high school into college and now. For her to tell me how I should be working out, how I should be staying fit, how, what it takes to be fucking healthy, she's an advisor without any expertise. And if you ever want to be better at something, whether it be going to the gym, getting fit, making money, being a businessman, an entrepreneur, or just overall personal development, general personal development, what you need is a mentor, not an advisor. You need someone who has experienced what you either want to experience, what you are experiencing, what you have experienced, and not only have they experienced that, but they've made a way out, or made a way to take that experience and to make it a positive thing. That's what you need. That's what she was trying to be. But she's not a mentor. Don't listen to advisors. Don't listen to advisors. Find you a mentor. Listen to your mentor. But yeah, I just thought that was a very interesting thing that happened to me today. And I rejected some cookies on the UFC website. That bitch should reject a few cookies of her own that are on her fucking counter, in her bed, on her nightstand, and in her fucking bathroom. She has packages all over the fucking house of cookies. She needs to start rejecting them. And she needs to fucking find a mentor. She needs me. I don't need her. She needs me. Anyways, let's get back to the card. Justin Gaethje, Paddy Pimblett. Both have really good records. Both won their last fight. You got the U.S. versus the U.K. That's fun. Justin's a little older. a little taller. He is also older. Same weight, obviously. Paddy actually has a longer reach. Yeah, he's long. Paddy's long. Same leg reach. Justin is more than likely to knock him out than anything else, and Paddy is more than likely to submit him than anything else. Interesting. What are the odds? Let's see. What? Come on. Alright, so that's main event. That's a fun fight. Just a fucking stupid fight. As long as Justin has those custom shorts, I'm cool though. Maybe Paddy should get some custom shorts too, honestly. This fight, this is a fun one. This is very, very fun. This is significant in that we have the current UFC women's bantamweight champion and the face of women's MMA at the moment going up against the GOAT of women's MMA, especially in bantamweight. Nah, not really, especially in bantamweight, because I'm pretty sure she retired right after she won the bantamweight title. Right after she became a double champ, which is crazy. But she's definitely the overall general GOAT of women's MMA. Super fun fight. Coming out of retirement. She retired too early anyways. This is a great fight. It's a fight that I'm looking forward to. Very much so. Kayla's a fucking beast. I mean, look at her. Holy. I wonder if that's even her arm. You know, they're always doing fake arms. That cannot be her arm. It might be. But look at the fucking definition. Holy. This woman is ridiculously buff. What if we just... That's definitely not her fucking arm. That's a man's arm, for sure. And it's crazy that I can tell it's a man's arm, but it doesn't have nearly as much definition. Look at that fucking shit. Beast versus Goat. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. Amanda actually is, they're the same height, but has a 3-inch and a 4-inch advantage in reach and leg reach, respectively. It's gonna be fun. This is gonna be fun. Kayla is more than likely to win via submission than anything else, and Amanda is more than likely to win via knockout. We love it. We love it. Great fight. Sean O'Fagley. Nah, I'm just playing. He's cool. Sean's cool. I just, his bitching about all his losses, I know it's just like for fun, kind of like part of his character. It's just a joke for the most part. But like, come on, bro. He's even like, you know, he's been on record after he lost to Cheeto, and he kept saying, you know, I didn't lose that fight, and when I do lose a fight for real, I'm gonna accept it. Nigga lost once very decisively to Merab, got fucking dominated. And I left a YouTube comment on one, like on a highlight of him getting dominated. I was like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. No one wants to see the second fight because he got fucking dominated. And then I got replied to by some fucking Sean fanboy saying, oh, well, Merab here just laid on him the whole time, and here just had him like he laid on him because he couldn't pass guard, he couldn't finish, he's stupid, and if you ever went in the gym, if you smelled the gym, you'd know that. God, that second fight was so satisfying. It was just so satisfying. It was just so fucking satisfying, man. Let's check it out, guys.
Watching the art.
You guys think if you smell the gym, you would know. You would know. You would know. Yeah.
Nigga couldn't stop a fucking singular takedown again. We're not gonna watch all that shit because we already fucking knows how it goes. We already know how it goes. Just getting dominated, bro. Straight up domination. He stands up, right? He stands up. He's up. Oh, he knee. Look, those baby knees fucking hurt, guys. I don't know if any of you have ever played basketball, started driving into the paint, someone had their knee out and you accidentally ran into it. Dude, that shit hurts, bro. These guys are actually putting some force into it. It doesn't look like much, but you get in there and take a fucking knee. Shit hurts, bro. It fucking hurts like a bitch.
Oh, but because he can't finish. He doesn't know how to pass. He can't finish. And if you smelled the gym, you would know that. If you smelled the gym, you would know that. Yeah. If you smelled it, you would know. You would know. You would know.
Sean O'Malley got fucked in front of our president. He got fucked in front of the president of the United States of America by a Georgian with American citizenship. Look at Mike in the background. Yeah, Mike knows these are some real niggas. Hunter. Look, I had the same reaction as Dana and as Dana. Oh wait, as Joe and as Dana. Look, you can see Dana's reaction. You can see his reaction. Watch. He goes, wow. Look at his face. Wow. Oh, wait. I don't know if he said wow. I thought I saw him say wow. Look, you can see him back there. He's like, what the fuck? Ain't no way. Look at him. Wow. Yep. Yep. That's exactly what I fucking said. I'm like, wow. He really just submitted this guy. And you don't know how hard I fucking tried to go find that comment, go find that reply, and just fucking give it to him. Just give it to him. Just give it to him. Yeah. So I don't like that from Sean. I mean, you lost. You lost 3 times. You don't hear fucking anybody else who took a loss, especially, you know, that first loss with Chito Vera. Sure, it was a little weird. There's been a lot of weird fucking losses, and nobody sits there and says, "Oh, but he hit this part of my knee and it shut off my foot, and that's the only way he beat me." It's a fucking fight. God fucking hell. Anyways, I like him though. I like his style. He's obviously a great fighter. He's had some incredible knockout reels, highlight reels and shit. But I don't like, you know, the part I mentioned. That's stupid shit. Anyways, he's taking on Mr. Yadong. He's taking on Mr. Yadong. Mr. Song Yadong. Mr. Dong Yadong. Anyways, yeah. Coming off of a really weird win against Henry Cejudo, and you don't hear him saying, "Oh, well, he put me in the eye, and so it's not really a loss." Yeah. Fucking hell. Anyways, U.S. versus China. Wait, this is almost as feisty as the U.S. versus U.K. And we got U.S. versus U.K., U.S. versus Brazil, U.S. versus China. This is interesting. Very, very interesting. Anyways, great record. Pretty good record. Song is still super young. Been in the UFC for a long time. Been at the top in the rankings for a really long time. So, really impressive. And Song's gonna be here for a long time. Height is, you don't have to. I didn't even need to look at this to know that Sean is gonna, be taller and look like he's towering over Song. I bet. Watch. 5-inch reach advantage is super significant. Song is a boxer. He's gonna have a really, really hard time getting through that fucking reach of Sean's for sure. And leg reach, Sean also has a little 2 inches there. Sean is more likely to win via KO than anything else, and Song is close, but chances are he's gonna get a decision according to this. Let's do some picks really quick. Let's do some very early picks. This is a tough one for me, honestly. But I'm gonna go Patty. I think Patty's grappling is gonna be pretty tough. And you can say Justin is an All-American wrestler, so is Michael Chandler. And Michael Chandler couldn't fuck with Patty on the ground. He got mauled on the ground. So I think, Patty has edge on grappling. Patty has a slight reach advantage. He's younger. I'm sure he's super hungry to get that interim belt and go fight Ilya. Justin, on the other hand, is older. He got knocked out in the fight before his last one. Knocked the fuck out, which it was a pretty long time ago, by now, but he got knocked the fuck out. Slept. After fucking 25 minutes of getting pieced the fuck up by the greatest boxer in UFC history. Max Holloway. So that's not great. Reach disadvantage. I don't think he has the edge on grappling. I think he has the edge on striking. For sure. But I don't think Paddy's going to strike with him much. Even though Paddy did say he's going to strike with him, he's going to bang it out. Now, he wants one of those real brawls, and maybe he does. I don't think Justin's the guy that you want the brawl against, though, brother. Go back, watch that Tony Ferguson fight. And that's when Tony was still, pretty popping. Let's see when he fought. I'm pretty sure after that fight is when he got, went on his fucking skid. Because fucking Justin fucked him up so bad. That fight was hard to watch, too. God damn it, Tony. Fucking hell. Yeah. It was literally right after that fight. He went on his 1, 2, well, I mean, you can count that one, I guess, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. After he got fucking beat to shit, and it says knockout, but he gave up. He literally waved off Justin, waved the ref off. He was getting his ass beat. He should have given up a long time ago. And look at Tony's record before that. Dubs everywhere. Dubs. You know what I'm saying? Like, Justin fought Tony while Tony was still Tony Ferguson. And Paddy fought him 3 years fucking later after getting, submitted or losing to Charles, losing to Beneil. I didn't watch these fights, so I don't know how bad they were. We all know how bad this fucking knockout was. The fucking head kick from hell. Holy, punted his fucking chin. We know that had to have done some serious, some really significant, damage to Tony's cognitive function, his reaction time, all of that shit, dude. This one was bad. It was the first time, I'm pretty sure, first time Tony had ever been knocked the fuck out. First time he'd actually ever been really knocked out. This doesn't really count. This one, he got fucking slept. Submitted by Nate, and it was probably a pretty fucking nasty fight. It was 4-rounder, main event, or co-main probably. It was probably Diaz versus Ferguson. Main event. Sheesh, after a fucking 4-fight losing streak, that's crazy. Got submitted by King Green. Pretty sure I saw that. Nah, this was right before I was watching. We saw what happened with Paddy. Nah, I probably saw this. This was fucking, we saw what happened to Paddy. Oh wait, this is the Nate fight. Yeah, so yeah, this shit was a motherfucker. If Nate and Tony Ferguson, I don't even have to watch that shit. Like, that fight was. But what's going on here? What the fuck? No, Nate is Nate. Whatever. Anyways, Gaethje fought Tony when he was Tony Ferguson. Paddy fought Tony when he was not Tony Ferguson anymore. Gaethje can sprawl. I'm sure Gaethje knows how to sprawl. He is really good at scrambling. I'm going Justin Gaethje, actually. I got Gaethje. Right here. Greatest UFC women's fight of all time. We're going Kayla Harrison. I think she'll be too strong, physical, big. Her weights are tough. Seen the picture of her in the tub? Sauna? I think this is her last weight cut. I mean, let's look at this one. Well, wait, no, I want to see, same day. That was in the morning. What about in the afternoon? Okay, well, here's the sauna pic. This was her last weight cut. Dude, look at her. Holy. This is her last weight cut for the belt. For the fight. This was that last weight cut. I mean, fucking hell, bro. And this was her that. Fucking. Amanda. I'm sure Amanda's gotten a lot bigger in her retirement. Amanda actually has reach advantage too. Pretty significant leg reach advantage. I'm going Kayla. I think Kayla's just going to down and do what she wants. We're going Sean. And obviously, Sean and Song is going to have a very hard time getting through that. Not a great fight for Waldo Cortez Acosta. I know he just wants to fight, but looking to fight up, not down. Right? Because we look at the UFC rankings. He's here. Derek's 3 spots behind him. Right? And you should get a Curtis Blades, get a Sergey, get an Alexander Volkov. You know what I'm saying? Derek, the Black Beast. We all know Derek. We all know about Derek. You know what I'm saying? I got Waldo. Younger. He's fast. For a heavyweight. I'm sure he's really hungry to get to that belt. Like I said, he's young, hungry. This guy's already... I know he's fought for the belt. I don't know how many times, but I know he's fought at least once. And he's in the latter half, or the second half of his career. He's pretty deep into the second half of his career. So we're going Waldo by knockout, Sean by knockout, Kayla by submission, Justin via decision. Arnold Allen versus Jean Silva. They really are pushing this guy, man. He just got knocked the fuck out by Diego Lopez. And they are giving him someone who is at number 6, 4 spots above him. And if he beats him, who are you going to give him? Yair? Probably. I don't like Kevin Vallejos being ranked already. I love him. He's a great fighter. He needs to slow down, though. We just got here. Love Lonnie Kavanaugh. Anyways, yeah. So we're on this one. I don't think I've ever seen Arnold fight live, and he's been out for a while. He's been out for quite some time, if I'm not mistaken. And it's a loss. A win. Yeah. Oh, not that. Well, 2 years, almost 2 years. It's kind of long. It's pretty fucking long, and I remember this fight. So yeah, I think Jean. I think Jean got this one. I think he learned from this last fight too, because he was fucking, after he got up in the first round from being taken down and controlled, and you got beat up pretty good down there by Lopez on the canvas. But I think he learned his lesson. He got it looked like he was a little anxious to get the knockout. He was rushing it for sure. And I think he learned his lesson. So I think he'll come back way better. Carlos Prates, all the fighting nerds basically just lost their fights. You know, they're all, the team just took a pretty huge L. First it was Carlos Prates against Ian. Then you had Mauricio against, he got finished against Benoit Saint Denis. And then Caio lost to Imavov. And then Jean lost to Diego. Right? But Carlos bounced back like crazy. Spinning elbow, knockout against Carlos, against Jeff Neal. And a fucking left hand from hell to knock out Leon Edwards. Took him off his feet. The other 3 fighting nerds haven't gotten an opportunity to redeem themselves, to bounce back, but I think Jean is going to be the second. I think he's going to bounce back in a pretty big way. I see Jean winning via knockout. Lightweight belt against Michael, or between Michael Johnson and Alexander Hernandez. I think Michael Johnson stops him. I'm not going to get into too deep into these ones, but I think Michael Johnson, I think he stops him. Michael Johnson looked pretty good in his last fight. Sure, he's getting a little up there. You know what I'm saying? But he's fought the who's who in the UFC lightweight division. I think he's just too experienced. I see him taking out Alexander Hernandez via decision. I don't know too much about this fight. I'm not gonna. Oh, I know this guy. This guy is. Isn't he the one who fucking faked getting knocked out by Paul Craig? Knocked out on the ground. Let's see. I don't know his name, but I know Paul Craig. And I know if we go to ESPN, it wasn't his last fight that he got knocked out. Oh, wait. That was the guy. Oh, no. Okay, so this was the guy. This is the guy that fucking did this stupid shit. I think I like this guy. Fighting for a ranked position. We'll go Modestas Bukauskas. I'm not going to get into all these for real, but I got Umar. I mean, Umar is the best bantamweight. I think Umar is the best bantamweight in the division right now. Even though he lost to Merab, I think if they fought again, I think he'd beat Merab. I think he beats Peter Yan. So I go Umar. Come on, guys. We all know who's fucking winning this fight. We got Taiba. I hope Ty Miller. He's coming off the Dana White Contender Series from this past season, I'm pretty sure. And so I hope Ty. Alex Perez and Charles Johnson. I don't know. I really don't give a fuck. Fucking don't even fucking know. Who fucking cares? I saw this guy in Contender Series. We all know how he is. His, you know, his little stick, or is this his little, maybe the stick. I don't know what word I'm looking for. But you know his little act. He goes, you know, full on Chael Sonnen, Colby Covington. Which when he was in Contender Series was really stupid. He got some backlash because of it. Because you're not in the UFC yet, bro. And you're not a star. And he had his sunglasses on, a bandana, talking crazy. Like, bro, come on. Just relax, get some knockouts, and then when you get ranked, then start talking some shit. But I see Josh. I saw this guy's last fight. It was fucking boring as shit. So I hope Josh Hokey wins. Former NFL player and wrestler in college. So, and I hope Cameron Smitherman, the babyface assassin, pretty sure that's what this guy is. Hope he wins. Great card overall. I'll give it like a 8 out of 10 as of right now. Maybe 7.5. I meant to do some X stuff, but I forgot. And I think that's pretty good. Anyways, so. Alright, guys. I'm gonna end here. Cool hour. If you watch this, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Please comment your name, or you don't have to because I see your username and it's kind of creepy, little fed. But I really appreciate you for tuning in. Comment something. Let me know you're here. Let me know you watched. Let me know if you enjoyed it. And let me know what you guys would like to see in the next stream. All right, y'all. You boys out.